Hey everybody, and welcome to another MMOFTW here on MMORPG.com. I'm your host, Bill Murphy, the managing editor of the site, and I want to thank you guys for sticking with us last week, even though I was sick and couldn't get an episode done. There was quite a bit to talk about last week, and we're not going to talk about any of it this week, because that would be silly when there's so much more to talk about this week. All right, so let's start right now with some of the weirder news that came out. So Dragon's Dogma Online was revealed, and not much else. There's a trailer. It really showcases what Capcom is known for with Dragon's Dogma, which is a game that came out on the PS3, I think a year or two, maybe even 3 years ago now. I can't remember off the top of my head. People have been waiting for a sequel because it was, for all its faults, it was a very popular sort of action RPG with co-op elements and everything like that. And now they're making this Dragon's Dogma Online, and it's going to be a free-to-play PS4 and PC game. With sort of a setup that I guess the best you could equate it to would be like original Guild Wars 1. It'll have like a hub world, a hub area for players to figure out things and strategies and talk and communicate, and then they'll go out and they'll do these missions and stuff like that. That's the most of what we know so far. You can take a look at the trailer in this video, and if you want to see the full trailer, it is on our YouTube channel, so you can go check that out. We'll keep you posted as we know more. Right now, we don't even know if it's coming to America, but chances are, if it's successful elsewhere, it'll make it over here. Capcom likes to do things globally these days, so we'll see. Next up is Crowfall news. Crowfall is a sandbox MMO RPG in development by Artcraft Entertainment with Todd Coleman, Raph Koster, Gordon Walton, Tully Ackland, and all these people from the good old days of Ultima Online, Star Wars Galaxy, Shadowbane, and all that. They're putting together what we think is going to be a pretty awesome MMO at this point. We don't really know too much about it, but every week they're putting out new details. And one of the things that we've seen this week is the Centaur Legionnaire and the Stonebreaker and all these other couple classes, some in-game screenshots that really highlight the stylized art they're going for. It shows you the level of polish that their alpha footage, their alpha artwork has at this point. We also found out about the Silver World rule sets, which you can find out more this coming week on our first initial Crowfall column that we'll be having up, or our Crowfall podcast, which is called Golden Glory, which airs every weekend with Franklin Sarkan Rinaldi hosting it. Now, the world server sets, this is interesting. They're going to have all these worlds, all these different worlds with different maps, unique setups on each world. It's not, one server is going to be completely different from the other, but they're all linked, and you can transport yourself and your characters between them. And you're going to want to do that because each world will have different resources and different reasons to conquest and different rule sets. Somewhat set up based on the artwork that you're seeing here in this video. It's set up almost like Eve, where the closer you get to the core of this nucleus, the more dangerous things are, the more free-for-all PvP it is, and the further out from that nucleus you get, the little more organized PvP there is. There's guild versus guild, faction versus faction, and we're assuming on the very outer rim that's where the PvE rule set might be, or at least the sort of starter zones, the high sec equivalent if you're talking about EVE Online. So a lot of stuff coming out of Crowfall, got a lot of people excited. And we're just going to have to keep an eye on it and see if it plays as good as it sounds. Next up is Star Trek Online celebrating its 5th anniversary in-game. Congratulations, Star Trek. There's a whole host of things you can get online if you sign in during its 5th anniversary. Some extra stuff and everything going on, some celebrations, all that cool stuff. Congrats for the team over at Cryptic and Perfect World for Star Trek Online's 5th anniversary. And in PlanetSide 2 news, they broke the world record for the largest battle in a first-person shooter, if I'm not mistaken. Let's read the exact details. It was event was co-sponsored by Sony Online Entertainment and the fan site PlanetSide Battles. This is over 1,100 players taking part in a single FPS battle. That is an actual Guinness Book of World Records record now. They hold it and probably will until PlanetSide 3 or something along those lines come out, or if whatever EVE Online's developer CCP is working on, if they can push those kind of numbers. That's a testament to the achievement of Sony Online Entertainment and their Torchlight engine, if it's capable of actually handling that. I would have loved to seen the video to see exactly how much stutter stepping was going on, but in any case, congrats to the guys over at Sony Online Entertainment and PlanetSide 2. And last but not least, some sad news. Excuse me right there. Like I said, still getting over that cold. I want to take a moment to talk about massively.com and its impending shutdown on February 3rd. That's this coming Tuesday. It's never something you want to report on even when your competitor is about to close shop, because personally, I don't know about you guys, but for the past, let's see, 2007 and we're in 2015, for the past 8 years, I've been visiting MMORPG.com and massively.com every day. And it's going to be very weird waking up on like Wednesday and not having anything new to read on massively.com. Some of those writers there I've known since before I was at MMORPG, before I was at 10 Ton Hammer, even before I was at IGN Vault. I've known these guys from blogs, and it's really just sad that the big wigs up top at AOL couldn't see the property they were sitting on as anything other than something to shut down. Why they couldn't just sell it off or let it go and let it keep running, I'll never know. I don't know what their numbers were. I do know that Massively's traffic was always up, just like ours has been the past few years. You know, the genre may be at a weird place right now, but the audience for these websites has always been going up. So it's just very confusing to me why it would just get shut down. In any case, the folks that were at Massively when it's getting shut down are looking into starting their own independent site, and they're probably going to take up some sort of crowdfunding for it. So keep your eyes peeled. Best of luck to all those guys, to Justin Olivetti, Brianna Royce, MJ Guthrie, Elliot Lefevre, and all those folks. I really wish the best for you guys. If I had more room in my payroll, I would be bringing you on immediately, but I don't. Probably not what you need anyway, because you guys did this full time. Really a sad day for the MMO news site industry, whatever you want to call it. It's just sad because, as long as this site's been around since 2002, it feels like Massively's been around too. And we're just going to have to wait and see what the guys and gals over there come up with next. In any case, guys, that'll do it for this week. I appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed the news for this week. We got some good stuff coming up for you in the week ahead here, so stay tuned to MMORPG.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook at MMORPG.com without the dot. And you can follow me at the Bill Murphy if you dare. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Remember, don't let a bad pug get you down.